Imagine on a regular day an asteroid, a cosmic stone hurtling through space, picks Antarctica as its target. Picture a behemoth from the cosmos with tremendous speed, zeroing in on our icy continent. Just think about the sheer vastness of these celestial nomads, some even larger than a small city, moving at unimaginable speeds. This is no science fiction, it's a potential reality. A reality where the frosty tranquility of Antarctica is shattered by an extraterrestrial trespasser. A chilling possibility, isn't it? But what happens next? The moment the asteroid touches the icy continent, a chain of cataclysmic events is set into motion. Picture this. A cosmic behemoth, born in the depths of space, descends upon Earth with a terrifying speed. It strikes Antarctica, the icy, desolate expanse at the bottom of our world. Upon impact, the asteroid creates an incredible crater, a gaping wound in the Earth's crust. This crater, kilometers wide and deep, is the first visible sign of the asteroid's devastating arrival. But the physical damage is just the beginning. The asteroid's impact releases an unfathomable amount of energy. Imagine the most powerful nuclear bomb ever detonated. Now multiply that by 100, 1,000, or even more. That's the kind of energy we're talking about. The heat generated by the impact is so intense that it vaporizes the ice and rock within the immediate vicinity, transforming them into a fiery, high-speed ejecta. This energy doesn't just vanish, it's transferred into the ground, into the air, into the ice. It's like dropping a massive stone into a still pond. The shock wave from the impact radiates outwards, ripping through the Antarctic ice like a hot knife through butter. The shock wave doesn't stop there. It travels at supersonic speeds, causing destruction far beyond the initial impact site. The shock wave, combined with the intense heat, triggers massive ice melts. Gigantic chunks of ice break off and tumble into the ocean, causing sea levels to rise. The immediate vicinity of the impact site is transformed into a hellish landscape, a stark contrast to the frozen wilderness it once was. And here's where it gets really scary. The dust and debris thrown up by the impact don't just fall back down, they get swept up into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun and plunging the world into darkness. This is known as an impact winter, and it can last for months, even years. The immediate aftermath is catastrophic, but the ripple effects are even more concerning. The shockwave from the impact and the subsequent effects would be felt worldwide. It wouldn't just be a localized event, confined to the icy plains of Antarctica. No, this would be a global catastrophe, and the ripples of its disaster would touch every corner of our planet. First off, let's consider the tsunamis. Now, these aren't your everyday run-of-the-mill waves. When an asteroid, especially one of significant size, smashes into the Earth, it displaces an enormous amount of water. This displacement triggers tsunamis, colossal waves that would race across the world's oceans at jet speeds. Coastal cities, islands, and communities would be at the mercy of these gargantuan waves, leading to unimaginable devastation. But the horror doesn't stop there. As the asteroid crashes into Antarctica, it would hurl vast amounts of dust and debris into the atmosphere. This could potentially block out sunlight, plunging the Earth into what's known as a nuclear winter. Now, contrary to its name, a nuclear winter doesn't mean radioactive snowflakes. It's actually a significant drop in temperature caused by the sun's rays being blocked. This would disrupt the Earth's climate, leading to widespread crop failures and famine. Changes in weather patterns would be another consequence of this cataclysmic event. The dust and debris in the atmosphere would not only block out the sun, but also affect the planet's weather systems. This could lead to unpredictable and severe weather conditions all over the globe. Droughts, floods, extreme cold, or heat waves could become the new norm. And while all this is happening, the world would be grappling with the loss of Antarctica's unique ecosystem and the potential release of ancient viruses and bacteria locked away in the ice for millennia. It's a grim picture, isn't it? But what about the icy continent itself? What happens to all that ice? Antarctica, home to about 70% of the planet's fresh water frozen in ice, would face a catastrophic meltdown. This icy continent, with its vast, untouched wilderness, is nothing short of a ticking time bomb if an asteroid were to strike. Imagine, if you will, the colossal force of an asteroid impact, resulting in a significant portion of this frozen reservoir thawing instantaneously. The heat generated by the impact would be so intense that it would cause a drastic melting of Antarctic ice. This sudden influx of melted ice would cause sea levels around the world to rise rapidly. We're not talking about a small increase here. We're looking at a global-scale event that could raise sea levels by several meters. Coastal cities, many of which are barely above sea level as it is, would face unprecedented flooding. Places like New York, London, and Shanghai could find themselves partially submerged, but the effects wouldn't stop at the water's edge. The sudden rise in sea levels would also dramatically alter ocean currents. These currents, driven by temperature and salinity differences, play a crucial role in regulating our planet's climate. A disruption to this system could lead to drastic changes in weather patterns, potentially triggering a new ice age or intensifying global warming. The influx of fresh water into the oceans could also have catastrophic effects on marine life. The delicate balance of salt and fresh water is vital for the survival of many marine species. An asteroid impact could upset this balance, leading to massive die-offs and possibly even the extinction of certain species. The meltdown paints a grim picture, but the story doesn't end there. This scenario paints a clear picture of the potential disaster that an asteroid strike in Antarctica could unleash. But as we'll see in the next scene, the long-term impacts could be even more devastating. The long-term consequences of such an event would alter life on Earth as we know it. The colossal energy released on impact would not only result in immediate devastation, but also set in motion a series of events that could change the course of life on our planet. Let's first consider mass extinctions. The asteroid's impact could potentially wipe out numerous species unable to adapt to the sudden shift in their environment. This isn't a far-fetched theory. About 65 million years ago, a massive asteroid strike is believed to have led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. In our case, the impact's aftermath, combined with the drastic climate change, could prove too much for many species. Speaking of climate change, the long-term impact on Earth's climate could be cataclysmic. The initial heat pulse would cause a significant portion of Antarctica's ice to vaporize instantly, leading to a sudden increase in sea levels worldwide. This, coupled with the enormous amount of dust and soot projected into the atmosphere, could result in what scientists refer to as an impact winter. This is a period of prolonged cold weather due to a reduction in the sunlight reaching Earth's surface, causing a drop in global temperatures. The resulting cooler climate could last for several years, severely disrupting ecosystems and agriculture. As for the impact on human civilization, it would be profound. Cities near the coasts could be submerged due to rising sea levels. The drastic climate change could lead to a global food crisis, as agriculture struggles to adapt to the new conditions. The world as we know it would change dramatically, and survival would become our primary concern. The long-term effects of an asteroid hitting Antarctica are indeed grim and far-reaching. We would witness a shift in the dynamics of life on Earth, with survival becoming a daily struggle for many species, including our own. An asteroid hitting Antarctica would have far-reaching and long-lasting effects. So, an asteroid hitting Antarctica? It's a cataclysmic event with global consequences. Imagine a cosmic projectile hurtling through space, destined for a collision course with Earth. The impact, as we've discussed, would be immediate and devastating. The shockwaves from the collision would ripple across the Earth, causing seismic disturbances and triggering tsunamis. But it doesn't end there. The global consequences would be far-reaching. Dust and debris thrown high into the atmosphere would block out sunlight, leading to a dramatic drop in temperatures, a nuclear winter, if you will. This fallout would disrupt ecosystems worldwide, leading to mass extinctions and threatening our very existence. The meltdown of Antarctica's ice is another grim scenario. The heat from the impact would instantly vaporize massive amounts of ice, causing a rapid rise in sea levels. Cities across the globe would be submerged, displacing millions. The long-term effects? Well, they're not pretty. The Earth's climate would be altered for thousands of years. Life as we know it would change in ways we can hardly comprehend. Yet, despite the grim picture we've painted, it's important to remember that such an event is highly unlikely. But it's not impossible. Though the chances are slim, it's a sobering reminder of the power of the cosmos and our place in it. The universe is vast, and we're just a tiny part of it dancing to its whims. It's a humbling thought, isn't it?